that boom. Drop that boom. Drop that boom. Drop that boom.
All right, y'all. So we're here. We're more excited than a short-legged fat pony in a high-field oats or a fat puppy chasing a parked car. It's been a long time coming, but y'all are our first guests. We got a lot of catching up to do. We're going to do it today on the podcast. We were trying not to talk too much before, but our first guest, the juice is loose. Y'all have all asked for it. You have 100,000 likes. We promised you we'd bring it on. We got Big Juicy.
Hey, y'all, what's going on? I'm here. Now, what you want?
She ain't changed a whole lot. So let's jump right into it. There's so much to catch up on, and we only got a little bit of time. So, Juicy, catch us up. What have you been up to?
Oh, my gosh. I've been up to a lot. But been down a little bit. But you can't keep the juice down long. So, been in and out of a little few surgeries and got me stronger and wiser. Belief stronger in the Lord. And I don't know. I'm a grandma now. I can believe you said grandma.
She's a grandma. What does he call you?
Mama to the second power.
All right.
I said that. He calls me Nana J.
Nana J. I like that.
He's
Nana
Nana
Juice.
J. Yep, Nana Juice.
Nana Juice.
So he's 2 years old. That's my pride and joy. I mean, he runs me. Yeah, he got me wrapped around his finger. My son, I had the twins because I and Josiah, and Josiah's the one that had the kid, thank goodness. But
Well, now if I'm correct, Keziah's just getting ready to graduate from college.
yes, I'm excited. She's actually graduating this Friday.
And she won, let's see, she had a singing thing she won, a beauty pageant she won.
She won a scholarship pageant. I still ain't seen the check about that. I'm gonna look into that. I'm sure she has it, but I'm proud of her. She's a legacy leader. She's been on the dean's list for 3 years.
Wow.
She's
Awesome.
doing a lot of great things.
So to get on the dean's list, you got to have
AB.
so you got to have at least a 3.0 or
Yeah.
better.
Yep. And
You know,
she's-
Juicy, the
she's
only time
been
I got
up
a
there.
3.0 in school was my blood alcohol content.
I believe mine was the same. I don't remember. They talk about ABCDs. I said, "Oh, you had that?"
Yeah, that was a D.
I remember E or F or something. I got through it though. Well, now they're changing things that you can make a F and pass.
Really?
That's
Now
crazy.
they should have had that when I was in there, but
What?
Now I know that I know the last couple of years that if you don't turn in your homework, they can't fail you.
oh really?
Yeah, I heard about that in high school.
See, they didn't have that during my
No, they didn't have that when I
So
was
you
in school.
remember pounds?
pounds.
Yeah.
They didn't even teach that boy how to write a check.
Oh, my God.
Pounds is the mixed kid that grew up with Gabe. So we
Yeah.
ended up basically adopting him,
Well, how's he doing?
and he's doing great.
He's doing great.
He's a nut, though. Is he
Pounds
still a
is
nut?
blessing. Oh, that boy's nutted a porta potty at a peanut festival.
And I will have to say, for everything that he's been through, he is a happy kid.
He is that
I'm
boy.
glad.
Him and Gabe go good together because Gabe. Somebody's got to.
they
keep
equal
Gabe.
one brain.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so that's how they surviving.
That's how they survive.
Well, I'm glad y'all were there for him.
No, but he was finishing his high school and he wasn't doing homework. And I said, "What's up with your homework?" He's like, "We ain't got to do it. If we get a 0, it don't matter." And I'm like, "What?
So
Well,
as long as you do it.
You ain't got to do it.
You ain't got to do
All
it.
you got to do is pass your test in
your
class
test.
and show up."
Yep.
And I was
Test-
like,
test
"What?
and quiz.
What happened?
And then-
Where was that when I was in high school?"
Yeah, because I had a few people that did that for me. I didn't hit them. You know, that, just to pass the test, go take that. Make
So-
sure you get an A.
So what's she graduating in?
She's in music therapy, and she got 2 majors, believe it or not. The one she's sports medicine.
Really?
It's a long name. I just said make it short for mama to understand it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm with you.
And she wants to continue 18-month program, Appalachian State. I don't want her to go that far. But she is grown. She can't believe they're 21. Josiah's her twin. He's doing great at his job. He's a full-time dad, and he works some waste management, making great money. Anytime you can make 6 figures a year and don't go to college, you all right with me. So I'm
Hey, has it
proud
got any
of
job
him.
openings?
Look, I said the same thing.
I need a
I ain't
job.
lying.
Can your mama go? But he's doing great, and he's taking care of
Well,
his
now
son.
I was getting ready to say. So you just told me, and that's something that I really think is rare in society.
Absolutely.
Is when a father takes
Yep.
his son and raises it by himself. Of course, he's doing it with your help, but
He's
you
doing
know what I'm saying?
it
He took the child in
at 21.
at 21 and is raising it. That's what,
Yeah.
just in all honesty, I think that's what's wrong with society today is too many parents are abandoning their children. They're letting the screen raise them, or they're letting, society raise them, but they're not raising them. And Josiah stepped up and said, hey, I'm still really a boy, but I'm going to be a man.
Right. And we're guiding him. I didn't have it's not a book about how to raise a child. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We all had to learn, and we're there. He's got a lot of support from my family, my sister, God bless her, and my mama and my brother down there. Because when I got sick, he's looking for one. I don't trust it. I want family to keep him. My sister stepped up to the plate. She's waking up like 2, 3 in the morning to make sure she get him to my mama and get to work. I appreciate my whole family. It's like a village. My sister Mona, Thomas, and Big Tony. Big
Tony. We were just talking about
he's
Big
in
Tony.
there. He's in there. They all look out. My
that's Big
sister-in-laws,
Juicy's brother,
Beverly
Big
and
Tony.
Lauren,
How tall is Big Tony?
Shoot,
He's
about
6'8".
7.
7 foot.
He's 6'8",
He's up there.
6'9". Yeah, because
Good
look,
Lord.
all my uncles were anywhere from 6'9" to 7. My oldest son, Kashim,
He's
he's in
71.
Pennsylvania. He's 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he
that's
was
the
about
one.
6 in the 8th grade.
Now that was the one that I was always so amazed that he ended up going into some kind of computer science. Or
Yeah,
computer
he's
field.
like a computer engineer now,
computer
and he's
engineer.
in reserves.
Yep. And he, I was always
Yeah.
amazed though because he just never.
He didn't play basketball.
basketball.
He
And I
didn't
said,
wanna
man, you can
play.
stand in the European League like
Yeah,
this.
just go like this.
I told him when he played, he hurt his knee. That's how he ended up telling me and his dad that he really didn't want to play ball. And he went into what he likes to do. I'm like, hell, you can sit on the bench and get paid. You ain't got to
Absolutely.
play. But, I didn't care. Whatever you want to do, as long as you're happy. That's why as genius as Josiah is, he's a little genius. I wanted him to go to school so bad. He went at the beginning and he said chemical engineer is boring. No, electrical engineer was boring. Went to chemical engineer, made top of his class in 4 months. And that was boring.
But that wasn't happy. He wasn't happy.
That's what he didn't. He said, "Mom, I'm not a college man." I said,
So,
"Oh God."
There's
But
a lot
now-
of kids that are not
not happy.
college.
But he's
You know
doing
what?
great.
Material.
And I'll be honest. And
Pounds isn't.
I'm going to agree with Charlie Kirk on this when he was alive because he always said college is not for everybody.
It's not.
That's right.
It's
But
not.
you don't have to go to college to be successful. Now, college is good for some people. Your daughter, she's going to excel, but Josiah,
Yeah.
he's
He's
going to be
excelling
just as
what he's
successful,
doing.
and he's excelling. And
He
it's
really
about what
is.
makes you happy. I tell you what don't make me happy. Okay,
What?
our son's in college, Gabe, in construction management. Now he's decided he's going to be a bull rider
Shut up.
and won his first buckle 3 weeks ago.
I can see him doing that.
Oh,
though.
he won
I
the
can see
rodeo.
Gabe.
He's
Oh,
got in the
man.
weightlifting juicy. He's following his mama's footsteps. He's won the rodeo, and then last week,
Chip off those block.
oh yeah, last
my
week
God.
he goes to another rodeo, goes to pull his rope,
To help a
and
friend.
snaps his arm in half.
Yeah, so let me tell you. But see, this is what I told him, okay? Because this is how life works. You never stop and slow down. So on Thursday, he was in a bull shoot that it almost broke his foot. His foot swelled up. He didn't slow down. He won't listen to what God was telling
I
him.
told him not to go on Sunday.
So we told him not
Oh,
to go on
Lord.
Sunday. What's he do? He go and just
Gabe
pull
has
down
always
the rope.
been headstrong.
He is.
He's gonna do what he want to do.
Juicy,
That's
where do you
right.
think that comes from?
His daddy.
Oh,
Thank
come on,
you.
Juicy.
Amen. Amen.
That's just selling
Yeah.
out
And
right
so
there.
then he goes, pulls the rope, and then he tears his bicep tendon. And I said, "Do you think God's trying to say, Gabe, slow down, pump the brakes? You're missing something."
I've never seen Gabe slow.
No,
Hey, you're right.
but you
I've
know,
never seen him slow.
but you know what he is? Happy.
And that's what's
That's
That's what I'm
important.
saying. He's happy.
That's
He's
what's
doing what
important.
makes him happy, and that's
Give him joy. If
Yeah.
you're not happy about what you're doing,
all
you're
that
gonna be
matters.
miserable. See, this is what I love to do. Look, I love Big Juice.
oh yeah.
I
Well, let's.
love talk junk and knock people around.
I
a little
want to
bit.
take it back 10 years or so, 10,
Oh,
12
wow.
years. Let's take it back to when it all started. So I remember your first episode on the show when you chased Bobby through the
Shoot, that was
window.
about 15.
Bobby was a chicken snack.
I have
man.
never forgot that was one of my favorite episodes
I
when
will
you chased
never
Bobby
forget
through
her
the
saying
window.
that.
And what people don't realize is the way I met Juicy, and I don't know if she remembers, is we took a car out of a yard and ran over a septic tank, and it was her sister.
My sisters.
And Juicy come up to the
And I
office,
didn't
and I
even know
was
that.
dealing with her because I already knew what was getting ready to happen.
I forgot. I didn't realize who it was. But I remembered, I said them people on TV or something. And I remember going in, give me my fucking car.
Hey, she
Excuse
did.
me.
You know, she did.
And everybody was like froze. I
Yeah,
said,
we
"It
won't
is
be-
a
I was
show."
like-
That's when
like-
I didn't remember until
We broke the septic tank.
Hey.
I'll never forget it. And I'm
tore
like,
up my yard.
I'm
and
like,
that's when
Bobby,
I went
that's,
off.
that's a Bobby problem right there. That's 100% a Bobby problem.
And that's what calmed me down. I saw Bobby. And he went through the window. And I said, made me happy. And I said, I'm be on you like hog on slop.
I'll never
remember
forget that. I still say that to people. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be
Yeah.
on you like Juicy, like hog on slop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people still ask us all the time where Bobby's at. We'll say over at Juicy's
Over
house.
Juicy's eating breakfast.
Juicy's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Where's
would've been
Bobby? He's
funny.
at Juicy's eating breakfast, probably.
I even threw out the idea one time to the producers at the show one time. Let's get Bobby drunk. And he wake up one morning, I'm in the bed beside him. And he wakes up and I'm like, good morning. Oh my God, that would have been awesome.
You know, it's never too late. If Bobby don't see this, we can try to pull it off.
That would be good.
Absolutely.
That would be so. I thought about that. I said just to wake up and I'm like, did you have a good night? I mean, and he's like, what did I do? What did I do? I'm like, yeah, you did it.
So,
God.
so looking back, what was one of your favorite times on the show?
You won't believe it. And I said, I still talk about it. Me and Amy's beach thing.
Was it
I
really?
love the swimsuits.
Really?
That was one of my favorite, because she wore the hell out of them bathing suits. And I'm like, look at this shit here.
I just remember the sand going up my butt as me and that
that's
girl
what
was
I'm
rolling around on the ground.
And we were rolling in that sand and rolled up on them doom buggies. That was my fun.
That was
and,
fun.
And me shaking my booty with that bathing suit on, thinking I was the stuff. And,
Oh, you're still the stuff.
You still the stuff.
yeah, boy, that was
I'm going to tell you,
fun
it's a
times.
50-50, and I mean it. It's a 50-50. We still, we're still really strong on social media, and in future episodes, we'll get into the death of Alex and all that. But when all that came about the last 5 years, we kind of took a little hiatus. And we were, we kept things going, but we had to concentrate on family, and we had to concentrate on the murder trials and
Yeah.
whatnot.
And that's when I had the brain surgery
Yeah, that's
around then.
we're gonna talk about that. But so now we're back, and so we have a huge following. And so the biggest two questions that I see, and I mean it's every single day, is either where's Juicy or where's Bobby? I want to see Juicy.
Really?
I kid you
Yes,
not.
absolutely.
If I had to line up every question that's asked over the last 10 years, it's where's Juicy and where Bobby would be tit for tat on the top two.
Well, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to the Lord that I'm still relevant because I can't go out the house not one day without somebody, aren't you Juicy? When's the show coming back? When is the show? That's what I get every day. I hear the show's coming back. The show's coming. I said, we never left. We coming.
That's one reason we brought you on too, is because we're getting ready to launch Lick Life, and we finally have decided to start filming episodes, start filming things, and so, and we'll talk about what's going on in your life. But as you get better, you're the first person that we want to come back to Lizard Lick. So if everything
Of
works out,
course.
hopefully we'll get you back at least one day a week.
I'll be
depending on your
fine.
health, and so. But let's go. I want to go back to the brain tumor. So we didn't know till after the fact. And it
That's
really
good.
caught us off
Honestly,
guard.
I do think, honestly, though, was that around when everything was going on with
How long
Alex?
I was healing.
Yeah.
I was
She was
healing
healing.
whenever
Alex was
I
shot.
found out about Alice. That's why I didn't do a lot of movement.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was I was still kind of swole.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell y'all, I got to say this. Whenever that happened, the day I came home, the doctors told me they used to keep people in the hospital at least 7 days. They let me go in 3 because I kept bugging them. I said, look, I can heal better at home. Mama's cooking. Look, I'm fine. My vitals are straight, blood pressure. And the doctor said, I can't believe I'm letting you talk me into letting you go home. And I got home. And look, the first day, I got to say this, because I'll never forget it. I wanted to kill him. My son snuck out the window. My day I got home.
Wow.
I wanted seafood. We had the crabs, the shrimp, the oysters, all the good stuff. Mama, laid it out. And my son helped clean up. I'm in this chair. They rolling me, taking care of me because my head was kind of big. They just had to keep swelling down. That was my promise to the doctor when I got home. So I get up, go to the bathroom about 2 a.m. I wanted to go in there and hug my son for being so good. I wanted to hug my baby for being a sweetheart and cleaning the kitchen, taking out the trash, and Mama didn't have to yell. I opened the door, the windows cracked. So I looked and I said, oh, he's asleep. Pull back nothing but pillows. He's and fixed it up like it's a body. I said,
Shawshank
what the
Redemption.
hell? And now, mind you, I'm just coming home with brain surgery. After brain surgery. Mama, Josiah sneaked out. I'm screaming. Everyone's, calm down, calm down. Where is my son? Now, he wasn't 18. This was a few years ago. He's 21 now. He was a teenager. And I jump in my car.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. With
your hand.
bandage,
Well,
yes.
yeah.
And a
What in the
gown
world?
and a robe. I get in my car. Where the hell is it? And I'm putting the location in my phone where he got him. And he answers the phone. Mom, what you doing? Looking for your ass. Where you at?
I'm
He
getting
said,
ready to-
Mama, calm down. The police came. They came behind me. They said, ma'am, we'll find him. We'll find him. And I'm like, I about knew where he was, this chick.
Oh, it's a girl.
Always a girl.
Always a girl.
And I
Always a
was
girl.
gonna try,
Sounds
and
like
and
Gabe.
things were blurry, and I never forget when I pulled back up in my driveway. The cops convinced me. He comes walking around the corner. Mama, listen. I said, you going in the hospital next.
I'm about to take you out.
Yeah,
son.
and oh, he was so apologetic, but I'll never forget the day I came home from brain surgery. My son snuck out the window and had me in the
I love
car. He's
I absolutely love
Josiah. You'll never forget him now. He's
love it.
oh God. But anyway, I found out I had that little tumor. It was benign, but it was growing. My daughter convinced me, my daughter, bless her heart, convinced me to go to the doctor, which I didn't want to go. And I finally went that third day. I thought it was just a sinus infection. And it was right at my forehead. And that's how they did the surgery. It was right at it wasn't like they had to go in, but they had to go on the layers.
What kind of symptoms did you have?
I just had headaches and I was hurting right up in here. My eyes was watery.
So nothing out of the.
It was like a sinus infection. And that's all I thought it was. And it hurt me to blow my nose. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And my eyes were watery. And I said, I finally went. And they had me in for MRI. I went Monday. They had me MRI Tuesday. Wednesday, they sent me to a specialist. Thursday, they said, we got to get it out. Friday, I was getting prepped for surgery.
Wow.
That
they
whole
went
week.
quick.
And yeah, because it was growing. And what scared me, a friend of mine, Dwayne, he was a therapist. He told me his aunt had died 2 weeks before that with the same thing I had.
Really?
Wow.
Because she didn't never go to the doctor. It just
Yeah,
grew.
You grew into it.
And-
Cut the brain.
And I
cut the blood.
feel like if I hadn't went when I went,
Yeah.
I would have been gone. So I always say to my daughter, saved my life because she bugged me, and I finally went.
Well, you know,
So-
and we'll get into the heart thing in a minute, but it's ironic that and it's not ironic because I don't believe in irony. It's a God thing that you made it through a brain tumor, you made it
I
through
know.
a heart condition, and now you have a grand youngin. Somebody had to be around to help with that grand youngin, and I think God puts things in place, slows
puts
you down.
people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my kids, we're very close. If you know that, they stayed on the set or they came
All the time.
a couple of my shows.
Loved them.
Yeah.
And by
Still do.
God, it's somehow Josiah used to want to follow Gabe and Alex. They just.
Well, you know what I remember most about Josiah? I'll never forget from time he was about 6.5 to about 8.
I remember him wearing suits.
And coming in and coming, listen, suits and preaching.
Preacher man.
Yes, preacher.
7, 8 years
He
old.
knew
he
the
was
word. He knew the
preaching.
word.
Yeah.
He would
Yes,
come
he
in the
was.
office and preach to me, and I would
I
sit
was
there and listen
impressed.
because I was like,
Yeah.
this
He
boy
would
is-
tell you scripture. He knew more than his mom. I don't know where he got it from.
He'd have his little suit on, he'd have his little Bible, and that boy would go to throwing scripture right at you.
He sure would, and he would tell you, I'm the youngest king. You know, he
Yep.
tell you where you find it.
Yep.
I mean, and I kept him in the church even when I didn't go. I sent him with somebody.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say, take him to church.
know, and that's the thing we were talking about. Kids come back full fold with Alex. We prayed over Alex his whole life, and Alex knew who God was. He got saved when he was 13. I was there that day, and you can always tell the true conversion. But then he drifted off. But then in the end, he came back, and I think it was all the years that Amy, especially Amy, a lot of people did it. My mom, her mom, but instilled into him, but spent so much time in prayer. So before they took him from us, or before he left this world, he came back around and he started getting
That's
his life
what
right, and he started
Amy
getting a
told
job,
me.
and he started doing everything he was supposed to do. And that's when God
And
said,
that's the
"Okay, now
beautiful
you can
thing.
come home because now I know where you're coming."
That's the beauty.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the beauty because he
Brought him
he came on, And I feel that. I feel that with Josiah because he went on his, you know how spiritual and gifted he is. And he went on his little minute with these, whoever he got involved with. And the enemy comes. That's what his job, kill, steal, and destroy.
Absolutely.
But God covers us. He covers our blessings.
Yep.
And Joe's coming right back, slowly but surely.
And like with Joe, though, see, Joe, every time I ever met Joe, he was, and I don't want to use the word perfect, but he was as close to a perfect child as you can see, as far as the scripture.
You ain't live with him.
But then he had to go get out in the world to understand the world because, we're supposed to insulate ourselves, not isolate ourselves. So now Joe's got the front side with all the scripture, the Bible, the teachings, knowing God. And then he's got the backside with all the worldly stuff. So now he's a complete person to me.
Right.
And he can help you on either end.
But see, you were there. You've always been a dad. You've been a dad, the father, the dad. Joe didn't have his dad in his life, but I put men in his life that I knew that would be there for him. So he had support, but it's still that father figure in the
you're always looking for that.
Exactly. And he told, we had that long talk later about that. And just when your kids get up in age and to have conversations and think things that you didn't think they listened to you about.
Oh, and then you realize they actually did.
They listened. They listened to me. So, yeah, he's awesome. I'm proud of him. And that thing hurt me so bad about Alex. And I couldn't imagine. And that was the time, like I said, y'all didn't see me because I was recuperating.
Oh, we knew you just had brain. That's how I think, and I'm not being funny. I honestly think I heard about your brain tumor at the funeral. Somebody come up to me and said, Juicy would be, I don't remember who it was, but they're like, Juicy would be here, but she just had brain surgery. I'm like, brain surgery? They're like, yeah, like last week. And I'm like,
yeah,
what?
And it took a toll on me. And here I'm trying to jump in the car that night.
That's
And I was blurred. And when I tell you, I obviously didn't really have to do a lot when I was backing up to get in my driveway. I'm doing like this. And then I know I could tell that I was swelling. And seeing that's what they didn't want. That's why they wanted to keep me a week. I was supposed to have been relaxing, you know? And it's just crazy how just God spared my life and spared me through all that. And Joe was just, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm this. I said, you could have waited a week. I mean,
give me a couple of days. Well,
something.
It's funny you said you eating seafood. I was talking to somebody about 3 weeks ago. I actually stopped by Next Catch in Nightdale. And I was I don't know who, man, I'm getting old now. My memory at what it was, but
we did something in that sketch.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
And we were talking about something, and I happened to mention you. I said, boy, Juicy would love to be here today. They're like, what? I'm like, that woman lived at Earp Seafood. So she loves seafood. She was either at Mayflower, Earp Seafood.
Now I love me some saltwater seafood.
I'm telling you, I said, Juicy would love.
That's my favorite. Those are family now. They family now. They see me come in.
They know who you are. They already know what's your order.
Hey, look, and you still go up there?
Yeah, Mike and Dad, those like my family.
So y'all, if y'all happen to see the podcast, free advertising, comp a couple meals, be nice.
I might go by there today, to be honest. Like y'all hear that, Mike? We might be going by there, and they got that fried okra too. And they,
Oh wow! So Amy, what was your favorite memory with Juicy? I know there was a lot of them.
Ronnie, I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, I don't know. I think anything me and Juicy did, we had a good time. Fun. Because I may have been more of Juicy's Bobby, so I was bringing the pain. But Juicy was bringing the laughter.
She always did.
So every single time we did something together, I was rolling. I think one of the ones that I remember so well, and I can't really remember what she did, but it was when we were over there in Clayton, and it was at the back of that truck. You remember that big box
guy with
truck?
The cabbage?
Yes.
I was just thinking about that. And you were like, Juicy.
I was like, get him.
Get him.
Yeah. But it was always something funny.
So
we were always laughing.
You were like, because you like Juicy.
Yeah. People never caught that. Like I had my Bobby, Juicy had her, and we had a great.
That was good. Man. We had that competition, and we supposed to brought in more cars than. We won.
Yes, absolutely,
we won, and they cheated. Remember,
absolutely.
Pulled up.
They always are cheaters.
Disclaimer: if they're allowed, they can
we won. We won.
Yeah.
Even when you tried to cheat, we came back and got you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I was talking. I had a guy come in like a week or 3 weeks ago, and he had a little kid with him. He said, "Hey, I want you to meet my grandkid. I was a big fan of your show." And da da da. We got talking. He said, "And actually, my ex-wife was on your show." I was like, "Really? What scene?" He's like, "Well, you remember Big Juicy?" I'm like, "Yes." "And you remember the two women that come in the office and she ripped one of them's shirt off and then put the other one under her armpit and said, 'Smell it, smell it, smell it.'" My wife was the one smelling her armpit.
Shut up.
And he's done brought his grandkid to take a picture with me. And he's like, "Is Juicy here?" I'm like, "Buddy, she ain't."
Yeah,
But she
I remember that was one of my favorites too because
Oh my God.
they smacked Bobby and I went ballistic.
Put that
I went
one in the
off.
headlight.
Yeah, then I stripped and I said, "Now get out of here and go make some nickels and dimes." Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that
if
was
we-
good.
That is
if we could get
hilarious.
Juicy.
So that was his wife.
Yeah, it was his ex-wife. He made sure to make sure I knew it was his ex. We had a long conversation about exes because I told him, I said, "Yeah," I said, "I remember my ex very well. You ever seen The Wizard of Oz?" He said, "Yeah." I said,
wow.
I said, "The house fell on her sister."
Oh
So
Lord.
I remember. I said, "I remember her pretty good."
So she's the one with the toes curled up. Boy, them exes. I'm so
But,
glad I don't have an ex anymore.
Hey,
Me either. All my exes, they moved on. So
Yeah,
that's a
they
good
gone
thing. Yeah,
and
they
they're
done.
not trying to.
I mean, Ronnie ran them all off, but
do
other
you
than
remember
that,
the ex that came up to the show acting like he was the kid's daddy? Well, he really is. He
Yeah.
was a sperm donor, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand him. He was nothing.
Yeah.
But he came up, and y'all was so nice to him. I wasn't there. Taking him in the back, showing him around.
Well, he was-
Who the hell is what is he doing here?
he was playing off you.
Yeah, he
You
was
know.
saying that he's like, "Hey, I see you on TV." I said, "Get the hell off this property."
Well, you
He didn't
remember,
even care about the kids.
you remember who I tell you who my favorite assistant was on the show. You remember Big Lee?
yes,
The-
big,
the
yes.
security.
You know, he passed away.
away. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Yes, he
I
had a
saw
heart
him.
attack.
Sure
He
did.
started working in Raleigh at the security at the food line close to me. And someone told, I said, "Where's Lee?" They said, "You ain't here." That I heard he had a heart
Yeah,
attack,
dude.
massive heart attack.
I thought that man had the greatest hearts, and after he died, I found out
Oh,
that he
man.
had actually moved in with a woman who had a totally disabled kid, and he was raising that kid.
And
taking
I
the
could
kid
see
around.
him
That's
doing
his
that.
heart. So
That's how he was.
Lee was a great guy, man.
Lee
Yes, he
was
was.
awesome, and he would tell me,
And he was gentle too with
So-
people.
and he was and he
Yeah.
lifted
Monster.
weights. He was so big,
Yep.
and
I daggum, his freaking back was as wide as his tow truck.
yeah,
He
I
was
mean,
massive.
he looked so like he would be a bully.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
biggest heart.
But he was always smiling and laughing.
Always.
Yes.
And so
Yes,
helpful.
man.
So
Yes.
helpful. I miss Lee. He said, "Juice, if I had a nickel," he said, "not a quarter, but a nickel for every time someone asked about Juicy, I
I'm
wouldn't have to
telling you,
work."
I wasn't kidding when I said that a while ago. I mean, that's what everybody
I
asks about,
appreciate
man.
that, people. I mean, I love my
Everybody.
fans. That's who make me. That's why I say I'm glad I'm still relevant because
Oh, you always
Lizard
be
Liquor was just the opening door for me to have
There was no
fun.
Lizard Lick without Juicy. And I'll say it. There was no. I mean, it was a team thing. It was.
I
Amy,
think
Bobby,
it was
Ronnie,
a
and
big old
Juicy.
pot of soup,
You know.
and it just tasted better with everybody in
It
it.
did.
Absolutely.
100%.
When you miss it, you got to have everybody in it to make it taste good.
Me and Bobby have our differences, but I'll never take credit away from him. And like I said, I try not to talk bad about him. You know, we went different
You're both
directions.
stubborn.
Well, I'm saying we
Yes.
went different directions. And,
I
you know,
just
A lot of testosterone in the room.
a lot.
When
But
people ask me about y'all, I say
it
go talk to
it
him.
wouldn't be
I
the
don't know.
same if Bobby wasn't in it. I mean, I can't say it would. Like I would never sit here and degrade Bobby and say, "Man, the show would have been fine without him." No, it wouldn't have been Lizard Lick. Would have been Lizard Lick without
I mean,
Juicy.
I will say this.
don't-
I will say this. I mean, Bobby got a little petty after the show with calling us lizard people and those type of people.
Yeah.
Seeing how he was the one that was also on the show, so relevance would be you would be that lizard lizard
You would be a
person
lizard
too.
person too.
But
Crazy.
hey, we're not
It's
going to go
crazy.
that far on the
Yeah.
IQ level.
Well,
I'm just saying,
You got to keep in mind with
love
Bobby,
him,
and I'm being
hate him.
honest. You
It
gotta-
ain't nothing I wouldn't
Well,
say
you got
to
to
his
keep this
face.
in mind with Bobby.
Y'all always said what you had to say to
Yeah.
each other.
And
But I
Bobby
can't, and that's when I
always-
would Big Juicy. Now you know I got a big mouth, but every time they get into it, I tiptoe right out the room.
Well, you got to remember.
Me
that
too.
I'm out of it.
Bobby
out of it.
always followed the woman he was with.
God, and it was so
And-
many. How you
I'm saying. So
I
the-
said
Amen,
it's not.
sister.
He had a woman. I
Amen.
felt like I was the wing woman. It's not even every state. I said you gotta be in every zip code.
he does. He did.
Every zip code. We
depending
passed
on what
this one.
girl he was with that week or that month is how
It was
that's how his
crazy.
interactions went. And so you had to. If it was a girl with a good attitude and liked us, then Bobby loved us. If it was a girl with a bad attitude that hated us, then Bobby and me were tiffy. And it was just, you know,
Crazy.
we got
It was
used to it,
crazy.
man. But I'm gonna tell you,
Well, okay,
that
so
mug
this
was the
is
redneck Tom Cruise.
he was
He was the redneck
he is
Tom
He, I can say that.
the redneck Tom Cruise. Absolutely.
But you know, but he was fine. That was my Bobby.
Oh, he,
But
Yeah, he gonna always be my Bobby.
But
I'm gonna
let
tell
me
you
tell
that.
you
That's
what
my
the-
Bobby.
But the problem wasn't even that it was Bobby most of the time. It was that the women were so jealous
Yes, 100%.
of Bobby
Yes.
on the
But
show
that's
Yes.
stupid.
and what Bobby was doing,
Yes.
that they would go postal and then that would reflect on Bobby and,
cause
then
it-
Body would bring it
and it was
with him.
called drama. We had girls. Don't
Exactly.
you remember? We had girls showing up at the lot flipping out while we were filming.
Yeah, because and
Was that
that's
the
just-
one that he married one of them?
Anita. Oh, I shouldn't have said her name. I'm sorry.
God, that
Yeah.
was the one.
Because
that was
after she left, Bobby always said her name should have been I Need a Man. I Need a Man.
oh dang, she was just too much.
She
She was.
come up crazy 7 or 8 times filming, and then Bobby would have a bad day. and
Day,
we'd
yeah.
get
That was the
into it.
one. That
and
was
it
the
was
one.
horrible because he was actually not doing anything.
Bobby was
he was
always
on
a
set.
great
I
guy,
mean,
and you know I grew
He
up.
really is. He's a big old gentle. He just
Oh, yeah.
ran from me. I grabbed him a lot of times.
I'll tell you the thing. I'll tell you how you know that women affected him in ways that it didn't miss me. And I'm being honest, because when he married Anita, now you know Bobby's a mama's boy.
Yeah.
Anita said he couldn't invite his mama to the wedding. He told his mama she couldn't come.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I was there, and his mama could not be there because of Anita. And so I'm not saying
You
anything bad
can't do
about
that.
Bobby. I'm
Not
saying,
Bobby's
yeah,
my Bobby. Now he loved his mom
he's
and
a
he
mama's
went for
boy.
it. He went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying women changed his
Oh
mindset back in the
God,
day.
I can't. I couldn't
Yeah,
see that.
sure did.
there.
I couldn't either.
His mama was not allowed it.
He don't play about his mama now,
Yeah.
and she would always get on
She's
That
him
was
about
one
sweet.
good woman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's my baby.
And his brothers,
Oh,
and,
my
and his
God.
sister. I love Judine. I loved them all.
But his mama,
She was a
she would
great
get
woman,
on
man.
me. And she would get on him about me. All I had to do was say, Bobby didn't told me not to touch him. Bobby, don't treat her like that. She didn't know what he was going through with me, but I would say something and she would defend me every
Oh.
time. Every time.
But yeah.
But you know, it's crazy how I never knew that.
yeah.
And I knew how crazy Anita was, but I knew Bobby is a mama's boy. Up
Oh,
and
he
down.
loved his mama now.
Now, and look, he stayed in the trailer and kept the trailer
Yeah.
right beside
Yeah,
her.
stayed in the house. Stayed
I
in the
think
trailer
it's still
beside her.
there, ain't it?
Yeah, he stayed in the trailer, stayed in the house after she was gone. And then, you know, now he's moved on to another town. He got married again and got a little bit of land. And, you know, he's doing good.
Yeah, I
from what
just
hear.
can't believe how he took it when she left.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't want to be around him. I
No.
couldn't imagine.
No. Well,
Because-
the thing about Bobby is I noticed his whole life that he left, women didn't leave. So if a woman left him, then it changes the scope of how he viewed it, I think, honestly.
Yeah, because I think that he was a mama's boy.
100%. And so, you know, he got left, and that Bobby, when she had to leave this world, Bobby wasn't, you know, you didn't take stuff from
But you know
Bob.
what? It's one thing I can say. Anytime I've called y'all, Bobby, the show, whatever, they've been there.
We're all family still. We just,
And
sometimes
that's what I
family don't
say
get along.
too.
That's
But
all
that
it is.
look, I'm gonna tell you. I always say I'm going down to the lick. Shoot, I gotta do something.
Well, we're start Lick Life, and that's one reason we started the podcast is because we did our first Lick Life video last week. Amy stole one of my trucks, little winch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was.
That
was nasty.
He shouldn't have put his truck in front of a sign that says "Do not park there."
Yeah, we had a
Oh,
bid on
Lord,
that. She
man, that
tows my
was
truck in
good.
front of a no parking sign. I run the place. I can park wherever I
I'm
want.
half
Not
owner,
when the
so
sign
you
say
can't park there.
park. Oh, that was good. I need
And
to see
then,
that.
and then, Juicy, I acted like just like one of our clientele. He thought he was going to hop in the truck and hook up to my Denali. I was like, I stood right in front of it, just like this. You can't get it if I'm on it.
And that was a show.
Look, the worst part, Juicy, was, you know, we get cussed out every day still. We get yelled at, screamed at. And I told her, she charged me $100 now to drop the car.
Yeah,
So I said, if I pay you this
Business is
$100,
business.
yes, I said, if I pay you this
I need a
$100,
new pair of shoes.
can I yell, scream, fuss, raise Cain? She said, sure. So I go to the door to get my $100 worth of yelling. She rolls the window up, touch the radio on.
I can see that.
I mean, I said he could yell and scream. I didn't say I would listen.
Yeah. So
we had some good
Oh,
times.
we
I
gonna
can't.
have some
That
more.
right there is just a memory. Y'all
We
just
gonna have
did
some
that.
more, man.
We've done some
Oh, my
crazy
gosh.
things. But when you remind me of the stripper thing, that was fun
Oh,
to
my
me.
gosh.
And you know what else got me? We had to redo this a lot though. The boards when we had to. What was the guys with the saw? the chainsaws.
Oh, I hated that one. That's ones that
Then we ended up, and y'all messed up my flowers. That was the guys with the chainsaw. We ended up going to my house.
Bobby ran over her flowers with the
And I went off, and then they had to go and fix my flowers.
And we didn't tell Juicy we were going to run over her flowers, and Bobby did it intentionally, really. But that was good to me.
Y'all had
Juicy
to go fix
it.
Oh, yeah, I was really mad about my flowers. And y'all had to go fix the flowers. But that was the one I didn't care for. But that's the first time I got to engage and throw a girl on the car.
Oh, was it? That
was the big girl. That she was big. It was like, the strippers weren't no competition for me. They were weak. But this girl was a big girl, and I'm like, yeah. And
here we go.
I like that. It was some action. And I'm getting back because I miss those days. And they said, Juicy, you be on the truck? I said, no, I like throwing people like the office.
Hey, we need you back in the office. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Tammy's still there.
Yes, I miss Tammy. I talked to Tammy a few months ago, I think.
Tammy gonna be there till
she got sick or something.
Till the end. But Tammy will be there till the end.
She had a
stroke.
That's what it was. And I talked to her. I checked on her.
She was not trying to say anything.
She don't look like nothing. She don't look like nothing happened.
Yeah, but her problem is, and she ain't doing it bad anymore, but 4 monsters a day.
No.
In your 50s is probably
you can't do that. Can't do that.
She was drinking monsters like they were
energy drinks. Yeah.
God,
I was killing Red Bulls.
That's not good for you.
I don't drink none of them now. I don't want nothing. I don't even want coffee or caffeine. I'm just, you're not knocking me down. I'm not used to it. It was really hard on me mentally because I'm so used to doing stuff.
You don't stop. Let's go back to here recently now. So none of the fans know, and if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to. But so you had basically a heart attack, and you coded. You died.
Yeah.
Can you tell us?
I talk about it because I don't like everybody else talk about it.
Can you tell us how it happened, what happened, and what it was like to code?
I've been healthy mainly all my life. I've been a big juicy girl. That's been my nickname since 4th grade. Now, I remember I had been running a lot for the last few weeks. I'm in and out, and I got my grandbaby. I'm coming in. I'm like, let me take him here, and he's busy. He was busy now. He's a 2-year-old. Think about it. And he's riding, and then going through, we're getting custody of him. He's been with us, and it's a lot of stress. And then I'm drinking stuff to keep me going. I'm taking what you call those Dramamines or whatever to keep me, because I didn't want to eat, but I took something to keep me from throwing up, because I'm rushing. I'm drinking Red Bulls and Dramamine, whatever's over the counter. And I remember I had been out that night, and I'm still wanting to party. In the midst of me trying to take care of my son, trying to take care of home, trying to take care of me running and trying to make some money, and somebody, come on, Juicy, let's take a drink of tequila. I said, come on, girl. I mean, I was going home, go to sleep. But anyway, that morning I came in, it was late. And my son, like he's my daddy, Josiah. But later on, I think I took maybe 3-4 hour nap. And I was sitting on the bed with my grandson. And my son said, I'm going to Cookout. I said, I don't want nothing from Cookout. I said, I'd rather go ahead and try me some bacon or something. But I was sitting on the edge of my bed, and I remember my grandson saying, Dad, Dad. And that's all I remember. My son tells me the story. He finally told me the story, as a matter of fact, last week, because he couldn't talk about it without crying. He said when he came, looked in the bedroom, he said, I fell straight back, eyes in the back of my head. And he said he thought I was playing, and he picked me up. Now, I'm going to give a quick laugh here, because when I said quit lying, you ain't picked me up. You drug my ass. My head is hurting. I had a dot on my head. So anyway, he picked me up. He said he put me on the floor and called 911, and he wanted to give me mouth to mouth, but he said my tongue was out my mouth. So he said she's not having, breathing, and that's when he went to work on my chest. And that's when he said I started making a noise whenever he was giving me compressions. And the grandbaby, thank God he's not traumatized, because he's like, nah, he tells me he started pushing my stomach, doing what Daddy was doing, like it was a game. Yeah, trying to help Nana. And then they, he was on the phone, the speaker with the paramedics or the 911 call. And I'm still not knowing what's going on. Now, he said that they came, the baby ran and said, open, like open the door. He said he sprinted in the hallway, opened the door and went back to work on me. Then they moved him and they worked on me for about 20, 25 minutes, he said, till they didn't get a pulse. He said that's when he was screaming, get my mama, get my mama. He told me that, and that broke my heart. And he picked up his son, and they finally got something out of me. Got me in the ambulance, worked on me another 20 minutes there. Got me to the closest hospital. I'm a Rex girl, but my son said she'll tell me later, but she's going to Wake Med because it was 7 minutes.
And they got the best heart. I mean,
And they do.
Great heart.
Wake Med
Great
saved my
heart.
life.
Yeah, great
they
heart.
once Josiah brought me back, and the paramedics at Wake Med, I'm gonna give it to them. I appreciate them. They got me to the hospital. I don't remember nothing, but my son said I was out. They had to put me on a ventilator, and he had to make the decision to get me a defibrillator. He said, the doctor said, you're the one here. And he kept calling people, I don't know what to do. And I said, you do know what to do. You are a grown man, and you made the right decision. You saved your mama's life. And that's what, when I was in the hospital, 3 days, no function, just laying there.
So you were out for 3 days, just out of consciousness.
Brain dead for 2. They started drugging me that 3rd day. They said I was coming back. Now, this story touched me and probably makes somebody cry because he brought my grandson back to the hospital. My sister came and picked him up. Josiah, my oldest son, Kashem, in Pennsylvania, he made it to the hospital in 6 hours, 7.5 hour drive. My daughter from Winston-Salem had somebody, she's, college, she got there. And while they were there, Josiah took my grandson to my sister Mona and was telling them what happened. But he went back, brought him back to the hospital and said that he reached over and Isaiah, that's my grandbaby name, touched my chest. I touched my face and said, Nana. And my son, Josiah, said, Mama, you got to come back for him. And he said that that's the first time they saw my hands move.
Oh, wow.
My hands moved and a tear came down my eye.
Oh, wow.
So I must have felt my nephew. I don't remember that. I must have felt my grandson,
Yeah.
I don't remember that. But because Zayed said that she was looking and said my hand, it was like I was trying to reach my grandson. I was trying to grab him and a tear came down my eye. He said, Mama, you got to come back to him. And I felt my grandbaby. That's how much I love that little boy. And I don't remember that. Now, what I do remember, and they said a lot of things will be coming back to me that 3rd day because they mainly was keeping me drugged up, but I was trying to breathe on my own. I was getting function in my brain and everything. And that was a long time to be without any kind of oxygen. They gave me oxygen, rather. I just can't imagine, but when I was coming out, that moment, I try to remember hard, but I don't remember that. They said that's when I started moving, trying to reach my grandson. He took him to my sister. The doctors came in. They pulled out the tube. And I remember Keziah being in my bed. I said, what are you doing in my bed? I want to come out fussing. And my oldest son was at the foot of the bed. And I'm like, what you doing here? I just want to fuss. And then I said, get the hell out. Everybody get, she said, I came out. They said she's back to normal.
We know she's going to be all
I
right
was
now.
putting everybody out. And I didn't know why y'all got me hooked up. I'm just fussing. I remember a little bit of that. And when my sisters and everybody wanted, because they wouldn't let so many people in, I was in ICU. They wanted to come, but when my oldest son said, well, she's cussing all the nurses out, she's getting back to normal, he said, well, I'm going to go back. Because I said, they ain't want to put up with me. I said, you could have waited one more day and let me get my right mind so I could have seen you, but he'll be here Saturday. But
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But that's what I remembered. I remember people being around the room and I'm like, what am I doing here? Now, that's a blessing from God that I came out. I'm in my right mind. I'm still juicing. And one of my friends,
I gotta step in there. I don't know that you've ever been in your right mind.
well, true. But I'm back to juicing. I'm back to juicing. Because sometimes I sit back and I'm like, okay, God, I got to get something out of this. Now, I done went through the last couple of years. I done went through brain surgery, heart.
Oh, you got a
I
purpose.
coded. And it's a
Absolutely.
reason I'm here.
You got a purpose.
So I'm
100%.
on assignment for
That's
something.
right.
I'm
your
on
work is not
assignment.
done.
I tell you, out of everything that's happened and us talking, what has really stood out to me is, and it's this, you know, I think differently than most people because
Yeah,
my
we
brain
know.
just isn't all there sometimes. And
Yeah,
other
the
times
brain
I
you
just-
got.
I
Yeah.
see it different, but I find so much. I don't want to use the word thrill, but so much joy in the fact that you have three children,
Yeah.
but two who live here, one up north. But out of them, two different children have now saved your life.
Yeah. I think about that.
One during the brain,
Brain
and one
then
during
the
the
other
heart.
one. And those are twins.
and that's
My
and that's what I was
twins.
going to say. And that's the twins, which have everybody says twins have this special bond anyway.
yeah.
So I just that to me is just part of the amazement of the story.
Now, those twins were not supposed to be here. They said that Josiah wouldn't live to be a year.
Really?
He's 21.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I kept him under me so much.
Wow.
His sister was eating all his food. He came out real skinny and little, and she was thick and bloated. She still take his food off his plate. I said, you ate his food in my womb, you're still eating his food. But it's amazing. They told me that I could never have children anymore after my oldest son.
Uh-huh.
I was all right with it. I ain't want no more. I was married then. I'm divorced now, but I ain't want but one child. And then not only did they say my uterus was destroyed, that was from a bad rape back in the day. I was, 20? I couldn't have no more children. We use protection. My mom always say he put a hole in the condom. I just don't understand. And then when I go, I'm thinking I got sick, a cold or something. They're saying, you're definitely pregnant. Ain't nobody pregnant. I went to 3 doctors in denial.
So
I
if
couldn't.
you hadn't have got, so you couldn't have, you weren't supposed to have kids.
Mm-mm.
Don't know how you got pregnant, and had you not got pregnant, you've already died twice.
Yep. I had them
There you
twins.
go.
There's all
And
everybody has
then
purpose.
twins didn't run in my family, skipped
Yeah.
several generations. When they tell me I was pregnant, I was 36. I couldn't believe I was pregnant. Then, how many? And I took the stuff off my, I said, hell no, we ain't doing this. I told him, I was calling my brother. I said, look, I'm trying to, we got to get rid of these. I can't do this. And
Well,
thank God I didn't. I couldn't do
They
it.
talk about a woman's birthing pains and stuff, but you got to think that Juicy, first off, had a 7-foot son. So I can imagine that was a very large
Oh
baby.
my God.
Then she turns around and has twins.
Absolutely.
So
And
she started out.
pushed
She
them
started out.
all out.
She started out battling from the get go, boy.
there you go.
And I'm going to tell you, it was the roughest pregnancy. If I had to do it again to get the same two, I'd do it. But I had cholestasis of the pregnancy. It felt like fiberglass was on my body from my neck
wow.
down for 4
Oh.
months.
Oh,
I
wow.
tried to stay in water. I stayed in the hospital. They call it cholestasis of pregnancy. And it was a skin thing. Oh my God. And that's why I tell Joe, I said, I could kill you. I said, if y'all talk that to me one time, all I went through when I carried you, and I
Absolutely.
understand my mama saying that now. All I went through carrying you, I get it now. I
Yeah,
went through hell.
Yeah,
But they both, like you said, I would have been dead
you would.
twice.
And then now to see a grandkid come out of it,
Yeah.
I know, and everybody teased me because I joked. I almost killed Joe when I found out he got the girl pregnant. I chased him down with a board of soap. I was just, you got what? Look, and now the best thing in the world for me. I love him so much. I mean, he was bringing. I believe they want to say that his eye brought me back because that's when I reached up and I was coming back. I had to come get my grandbaby. It's scary. Big Juicy didn't have nothing to say. I'm like, y'all sure I was out for that long? But I just don't remember. But bits and pieces, I be thinking I'm dreaming, and that's what they said what happened. That I'm just remembering my son, my oldest son, at the bottom of my bed,
Yeah.
looking at me. He's got a bald head now, and he's 30. dang, he's 38. When I say his age, I say mine. I said, you're getting old. He said, well, you are old. I said, well, thank goodness.
We ain't getting, we are.
Yeah, but look, though, we look good. God knows we do. I'm saying all of us. I'm saying all of us. We
Age
don't,
gracefully. That's
I'm
all we
trying
can
to
do.
tell you,
That's
and
all
by
we
the
can
grace
do.
of God, I'm still here. I'm grateful. Thanks for letting me share that so people to get the truth. Because I've been getting,
that's the thing, man. Is people don't realize.
I've been getting all kind of stuff that I was supposed to have been stabbed in the heart. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I ain't gonna let you get close enough to me with a knife now. No.
Well, now let me. I want to step back. Did you say at 20?
A what?
You said when you were 20, what happened?
I got pregnant.
At 20.
I was married.
Okay, so the first kid you got pregnant at 20.
Yep.
Wow.
I got married when I was 19, had my son at 20.
Yep. So you started out young too.
Yep. And he's 20 years younger than me. That's why I tell him it was funny when he was home one year. It was like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and he goes in the Speedway and get a cup of coffee. I said, it's the old people do drink coffee during the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You're drinking coffee.
Look, that's what I said. That's what I remember my grandma and my mama doing during the middle of the day. But look, I said, get me one. I said, we're going to be sitting on the porch in our rocking chairs now. But that's what I associated older when you're drinking coffee during the middle of the day. But I do it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had nothing lately because of my heart. I'm really scared.
Well, I had them 64 ablations, and the doctor said no more caffeine. In the last year, last 6 months, for some reason, I've just had to have caffeine. Like I can't live without coffee. I shared
that with my doctor when they were doing my ablation, and I said, a friend of mine, you might probably know him, Lizard Lick Ronnie Shirley, said your whole name. He had 64 of them things y'all doing to me. I ain't taking that many. He said, you're kidding me. He's still alive? I said, well, what? That was the purpose of you doing it.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't want nobody to know.
Look, when Ronnie was in the hospital, number one, they had to come down there because they had never met a man that had been struck by lightning twice and survived. Then once all the nurses were in there, they were like, can we see your picture of your heart? Because you got 64 ablations. No one's ever got 64 ablations.
Never.
I mean, they were all astonished.
Well, when he went in there, he said he was planning on doing 10 or 12.
I didn't think it was nothing.
And then he said, when I come to, he said, it wasn't working. So we just kept going around and around. And around. I was like.
And they did 64.
Was a lot to get it.
Yeah.
Man, I think we're all testimonies.
100%.
Well, I must not be that old yet then, because I ain't got my heart worked on yet.
Yeah, don't talk about
it. I've been blessed over here.
No, 2 months ago you was on the verge of having major surgery, and
I was, but look,
you were bad.
Every time I go to a doctor, they tell me that I'm weird. They tell me that I'm a medical mystery. It is in my chart. Dr. Ariel said that I am a medical mystery. She said, I know this ain't terminology.
A blessing to who?
Look, this is what I tell them. I said, there's power in number and power in prayer. I said, and if you don't believe me, I am that testimony, because they did think I had uterine cancer.
Yep.
And they actually put me in the hospital to do the surgery. And thank God for a hamburger. And what was it, Ronnie? A hamburger and high blood pressure.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't never had high blood pressure.
She ate too late and had blood pressure through the roof, so they refused to operate on her.
Yes. And then my doctor walked in and said, I don't know why you're here. And I said, what do you mean?
We can't find the cancer now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we can't find it.
That was, man, that's
and
awesome.
Nobody believes me when I tell them that. I said, I had people
if
praying.
You don't
for me.
believe it's a God, and that's what they told me, that my sister, my Josiah, went in my phone and found my apostle, my parents. They found everybody's number. And the lady, I love Martina, she said, I call her my apostle, my dad and my mom. And she said, when Josiah said, this is Josiah, my mom is not doing good. We need to pray. Now, Josiah know how to go get some help, don't he?
Yes, he does. Absolutely.
Here's the great part. Remember how we were just talking about you don't really depart from the way you were raised. Sometimes you go drift.
Yes.
But the first thing he thought to do is to call and pray.
That's it.
And that's
what
you
he
instill
did.
in them when they're young is stay. Even if they forget about it, it's there. It's in the back of their head.
And for some reason, I remember He said, Vonda, even the nurses, the doctor was saying nobody could be in your room. But Keziah little friends, it was 3 or 4 of them because she was hysterical coming from college and they got her, you know.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Baby, your mom, something happened to my mama, you know what I mean? And they're trying to get her from Winston-Salem to Raleigh to the hospital. About 4 or 5 of them, you know, consoling her and like, you know, getting her there. I remember a bunch of people around holding hands. And Josiah said all of them young people were in there praying around my bed.
That's
I
awesome.
remember, I'm thinking it was a dream, but it really did happen.
Yeah.
They were
absolutely.
in there holding hands. They
That's
know
awesome.
they know how to go to God. And that's one thing I'm grateful that you can go to the Lord for me at a young age. You know what I mean? And that's why it's so many young and so disrespectful, but we got to give credit to the ones who's out there doing what they need to do, and you know,
Setting an example.
there you go.
I mean,
there you go.
Well, and it's, you know, I never, the only reason we ever got a TV show was God, honestly. It wasn't us. We won't, I mean, Amy had all the accolades to get them to look at us, but, you know, we're in the middle of nowhere in a town called Lizard Lick, and we pop up with a TV show.
And I didn't believe it was a lizard lick. I was in jail and somebody said that. I said, ain't no damn. Years ago, I was in jail. Probably I think I threw something at the officer. He was, as a matter of fact, I was out trying to find some weed, and they gonna pull me. And my cousin loved for me to tell this story. She said, please tell a story about the drugs that night. And the officers pulled me over. And he said, McGilvery, what are you doing out here this time of night? I said, well, what the hell y'all doing out here this time of night? He said, we out here looking for the drug man. I said, I am too. Could you give me a minute? I said, if you find it before me, give me a minute. And I'll let you go on about your business. And I talked junk, and I think I got locked up for something. I don't know. I opened can of.
Oh, they were just looking a reason.
Yeah, because I was talking junk.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they said, do you mind stepping out the car? Hell yeah, I mind. Do you mind leaving me alone? So I'm not. He said, why you can't step out the car? Because when you step out, you don't get back in.
Yeah,
That's right.
about
So,
right.
and that's what happened.
That's usually
And
about right.
That's when I found out about it was a town called Lizard Lick, and I didn't believe it. And who would have thought?
I know.
Years later, I'm on a Lizard Lick town.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
And that's how my mama
God
told me about
works.
Lizard Lick. You need to watch this show, these towing people. I said, I ain't watching no people getting, I want them to tow my car, you know? And I ended up watching a little bit. And I'm going to tell you, the marathon, when you shot Bobby, the tranquilizer.
Oh, Bobby shot me.
That's what it was.
Yep.
I remember
Bobby
that
shot me.
marathon.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bobby
and
shot
that's
me.
how I remember
That was
it.
on
Then-
All Worked Up before we launched the full
Yes.
show. Bobby shot me with a tranquilizer.
That's when I first saw
Let me
it.
tell you something about a tranquilizer gun that I did not know. Number one, is deadly to humans because that stuff is made for animals. We did not know that. Number two, at the end of a trank, there's a little hook on the needle. So it's not just a needle, it's got a hook so it can't come out. So when you see an animal running and the needle's doing like this, so when I reach back and snatch that mug out, I
You pulled some meat.
put 6 stitches in my tail.
How long? You didn't sit down for a minute.
Oh,
That
well,
was
for about
that
4 hours, I sat down and didn't move because I was out. But
So it's a hook.
there's a hook in a tranquilizer dart, and I didn't know that. And I grabbed back there and stretched that mug out, and that was, boy, that one
I
was
remember
like a
that was
pregnant
funny
pole
though.
vaulter now.
I'm sorry you was in pain, but that was funny to me.
It was funny to
Oh, they
everybody.
had my whole-
They were all laughing out
That's
there.
when you got my attention.
that was probably the only time you had a hump back there because you ain't got. You ain't got no butt as
That's
it
because
is.
unlike you, I
yeah,
don't sit
Bobby
on it.
gave you hell. He
working.
didn't. It was something else he did to you too. That he
Oh,
didn't.
Bobby.
He shot you.
Bobby
Wait a
did
minute.
everything. We had a good
I know
time.
we used
though.
to
It was
shoot
fun,
plastic
though.
BBs at each other.
We shoot
Yes.
real BBs at each other.
Oh my God, that mess hurt so bad.
Me and Bobby grew up. We would put matches down in the BB gun and shoot each other because the sulfur would hit
Oh,
your skin and
snap.
burn. Oh yeah, we used to have a
Y'all
Oh,
party.
are
y'all
mean.
rough.
I mean, we had nothing to play with.
God,
we
they
have no
were rough.
iPhones. We have no iPad. This is before Google.
Yeah, we used to find
You know what
stuff.
I'm
We
saying?
used to go in the pond and grab stuff and
Yeah, do
throw them at
anything.
people. Oh God, we were bullies.
People nowadays, they get their feelings hurt and it's over. I mean, but I don't know how they'd have made it back in the
All
80s
up in
and
their
90s.
feelings.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
you
know
had
how
to
they'd have
find stuff, and I mean, I grew up in the country,
Yeah.
and I remember we used to lay out in the strawberry patch and just eat the strawberries and eat everything. We didn't know there's a whole bunch of snakes around.
I didn't know, didn't know
God
about
took care
pesticides,
of children and
snakes,
fools.
I remember Mama, we used to leave in the
You
morning.
couldn't pay me to go out there now.
Oh, we used to leave in the morning. Mama would be like, y'all don't come home till the porch lights on. Be like, all right, we stay out all day. Never thought twice
Because
about
it's
it.
dark.
You go to your friends, anybody's house, drink out the water hose. They
Down
didn't
the
care.
road.
Yeah, they didn't care long. They left water hoses out for us. And times now are just so, I don't know. I think the thing
It's
I miss
so
the most is
different.
they're so busy.
Yeah.
Like everybody, like even me, I have to have my phone. I have to keep up what's going on. I have to scroll this. I have to, like, it's busy. Used to it was never, life wasn't busy.
I know
were
my
busy,
mom
but life
was in the
wasn't busy.
hospital yesterday
Yeah.
and my phone started ringing. And I just looked at it and cut it on silent. And my sister said, if you don't answer it, they're going to call me. I said, exactly. I said, I am sick of my phone ringing. I said, this is the thing about my phone. If my phone ain't going off from a phone call, it's a text. If it ain't a text, it's an email. If it ain't an email, it's Life 360. If it ain't Life 360, it's the cameras at the office. If it ain't the cameras at the office, it's the cameras at the house. I said, I am sick of this phone. So I was like, everybody can call my sister. I'm going to sit over here and
I hit the phone in a minute.
spend time with my mom.
That's
And that's
honestly-
what you needed to
Yeah.
do. But I want my phone now, but I always say smartphone ain't for everybody. Give me a dumb one. Because I'm
That's
sick
true.
of the technology. I always
agree.
call my youngins, how I do this? What up? My kids will mess with me. Talk about, Mom, just screen share. Well, how I do that? Oh my God, Mom.
I know, they
You
do the same thing to me.
It's like,
Well,
I
Mom,
call
really?
Maggie.
She gets mad because she'll send me a contact, and instead of like, she'll be like, "Send me a contact." So I'll screen grab a picture. She's like, "Don't you know how to send a contact?" Yeah,
You just
here's a
share
picture
it.
of the person's
You
name and
hit
number,
share.
and I shared it.
I do the long thing. I take the picture and then send it.
That's
That's
what I'm
what
talking
he
about. That's what I do.
Oh, that's what I do.
And
I
I was
don't
like,
know how to
just share the
I don't-
contact. I'm like, I
don't.
did share the contact.
That's all I know.
there.
I screenshot it and sent
Yeah,
it.
there you
That's
go.
all
Read it.
I just learned screenshotting a few months ago, so I don't know.
Times have really changed.
It really has. And then they'll tell me, oh my God, Josiah, now if my TV go out, I'm having a fit. Joe, I've had him come home from lunch. I can't see this freaking TV. It's that's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'll be on the phone till he get home, and Mom, all you had to do was hit this button right here. If you show me, y'all come in and do something, don't tell me how to do something. Now, you know, Mom, please calm down. Don't. I say, yeah, I don't want the shit to shock me.
No, you don't. You don't.
But see, that's what they tease me and say, Mom, you know, if you get mad, if you cuss us out, that thing gonna shock you. And I'm like, quit playing.
You know, I guarantee you, there's gonna be a day when they're gonna be able to program them things. So
That
you're like,
somebody
if I
can-
take a drink, I want it to shock me. If I smoke a cigarette, I want it to shock me. I guarantee you, there's gonna be a day. Technology.
I didn't think I'd be able to quit smoking. I'm grateful. I feel so much better. Because I would even sneak whenever I tell people I don't smoke no more, but I'd be behind the car somewhere.
Now,
puffing.
is that all smoking?
Yeah, I hadn't smoked weed in I don't know how long. I ain't smoked that in years. It's been before I got sick with the tumor. I quit that. I ain't had good. Now, drinking is another
Hey,
thing.
I'd be scared to death to smoke
Well,
anything or
nowadays,
do
yeah,
anything
nowadays,
laced
man.
with fentanyl.
Nowadays, they lace
Oh, it's
everything.
so much going on. I'm like, Joe, please.
One of
Everybody's dying.
right there, literally, when Gabe was a senior, he right after Alex died, I think he lost 5 people
Yeah, within
within
Couple
months,
months.
a couple
Oh,
months,
God.
and one of them
Fentanyl.
was
Them
his
kids,
really good
yeah.
childhood friend,
Mhm.
and they had laced
the weed with
They
it.
had laced
One
the
of them
weed.
had
Yeah.
laced weed, and then one of them
had
took
laced peel.
took a Percocet that was pressed instead of a real one.
yeah.
Didn't know it, and it was laced.
And that's what's out there now.
Mhm.
Them blue Percocets,
Yep.
fentanyl.
Yep.
Yep.
And they got propofol too. But fentanyl is the number one killer for our kids.
Oh,
So
yeah.
remember that.
You know, we went to just for like a praise story. We went to a church, a real country church way out there, and Ronnie.
in the
We did a
mountains.
speaking engagement, and this guy, the first year we only went 2 times. First year we went, this guy came up there, said that he went through rehab. He wanted to give his life to God. He got saved.
Alex had just died. We told a story.
Yep. This guy just got saved. Everything. The next year we went back. The guy did not come back. He had been seeing a girl, overdosed, and died.
Yeah.
But I felt comfortable because I know he got saved
Yeah.
the first
He
time we
gave
were
his
there.
life to
Gave
Christ.
What a preacher-
See, that'll
Yeah.
make a difference with me.
It does.
That's what I always say, God, don't let me go without coming home.
Well, the
Yes.
preacher,
Where
I
I
told the
need to be.
preacher that first year, I said, if my son's death, if our son's death can save one person, just one, then it was worth it.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
When we come back the next year, he said, look, I'm just letting you know, so-and-so died. And he stayed in the church for about 6 months. He
Mm.
said, but you told me last year if your son's death saved one person. He
That's
said, you
all
saved
right.
one. I said, well, now everybody after this is bonus. We're in bonus rounds now. So if it's one more or a million more. And that story, our story,
That's-
Alex's story is a bunch of people.
That's touched me that Alex was getting his life together and
Yeah,
he
he
came
did.
back in.
Look, the night that he died, Juicy, I got the phone call. Jimmy, you remember Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah.
Jimmy called me up and he said, Ronnie, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, Alex is dead. I'm like, Alex ain't
Oh gosh, she was the one found
dead.
out.
He's like, turn on the TV. And it's already on TV.
Y'all didn't know until then?
I mean, it was happening live and the news had come out there and they're like, just Alex Shirley has been
Can't
shot and
imagine.
died at
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
So Jimmy picks me up, takes me out there, and they're washing the blood up when I get there, and I'm over there, and it was just a horrific scene. But I come home, and in our house we have these 2 doors that we have never maybe opened twice in our lifetime. They're in our dining room, and it has a deadbolt lock and a regular lock, and we never open these doors. And me and Amy were standing there, and we were crying, and we were standing right at the edge of the dining room, and Amy said, God, if he's in heaven, just let me know. That's all I care about. I need to know my son's in heaven, da-da-da-da. These doors blow open. And I mean blow. Whoo.
I should have took a picture of it.
I've never seen, and we never unlock these doors, Juicy.
I should have
I
took a
just got a
picture.
Now, I'm
chill.
telling you, the doors
I
blew.
did.
Look, the doors blew open, and right then Amy said, he's all right. He's okay. And I'm telling you, it was
God,
like,
I
it
know
was
that touched me.
crazy. And I'm just standing there just in disbelief. I'm like, wow.
You got the most stories
I mean, God has been good to us
that
now.
that you can really feel the spirit.
But he did. We knew right
But
then it was
that's
going to be
awesome.
okay.
I was so worried about you when I was
She
in
was
bed,
a
when I was
bad spot.
recuperating. I said, oh God. I said, I know Ronnie. Oh God. And look at Amy. I was talking to people.
Yeah.
I said, y'all let them know that I sent you a text. Sent both y'all a text.
You probably did. I didn't answer my phone for about a week. I'm not going to lie.
I probably wouldn't have either,
I
but
didn't.
I remember that's when I was really recuperating back. But it seemed like that next week was rougher than my first week.
Well, they
But
always say in recovery, the 72 hours are the hardest, but then the actual, as we get older, the recovery time, it gets, our bodies just cannot readapt. When I had my ablations, the next day I wasn't as bad as I was a week after that. Like a week
Yeah,
after,
I
I
feel
was
better.
drained and just,
It's only been a
and then all of a
week.
sudden I started feeling, better and better.
Yeah. I mean, I was out of breath last week.
Mhm.
I'm good now.
I was talking to you on your phone, you sounded out of breath.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
I
you
was-
sounded tired.
I was just
Yeah.
tired, but
You sounded
now
tired.
I'm upbeat. I'm getting my mojo back,
Well,
And-
that was the Bobby did reach out to me the day after Alex died. That's the first time I'd heard from Bobby in years.
Oh wow!
He
See,
actually
look what
yeah.
that.
Well, he
caused.
texted me, and I think, and I'm being honest, and I didn't even respond. I didn't respond to anybody.
Right, you
It wasn't just
wasn't
Bobby.
responding.
I didn't want to talk. But the only thing that at the funeral, I did look for Bobby. I did.
Really?
I looked for Bobby because I was like, with everything we've been through,
He's gonna show up.
he's gonna be here for me. And I don't blame him for not coming. I really don't, because it was probably the most uncomfortable situation where we haven't spoken 4 or 5 years, and then
and you
he
won't want to
shows up.
bring this.
He don't want to bring any kind. Yep,
Yeah,
100%.
I wouldn't.
But
have
I literally, he's
disrespected
the only person I look for that didn't show up. And I mean, literally look for him. Like I was standing there going, I know Bobby's going to show up. And I really
think
thought
he
that
rolled
might
back.
be and he probably did. That might have been a bonding moment for us. But you remember Jason Hokut? I think he ran Hokut's child care.
that. Oh yes,
So
he was there.
so at the funeral, because Alex had been a gang member for a couple of years. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah,
So he had been a
that's
gang
why I
member.
said
Yep.
I was grateful that he left all
So
that.
he got out of the gang. Well, the problem was he still had all the gang friends. So we had 2 different gangs
in the funeral.
at the funeral. Look, Juicy, we had snipers and undercover cops and,
Yes,
and
on
undercover
the
security
mausoleum.
on everywhere. Like
They said they were outgunned.
yeah, but there was guys there in jackets that had AK-47s and
Sticking out
AR-15s
the-
sticking out.
yeah.
the
Because those gangs are real. Joe's
They ain't
in
no
one.
joke.
I'm glad he's out.
They ain't no
now.
joke. But
But that's one thing that I pray every night and every day still about, because I don't
Oh,
want
yeah.
them to. I've been where I've been living, except for the house in Clayton that I left alone for over 20 years. I got there when the babies was 1, and I don't never want them to come to my
Yep.
house.
they
You know what I'm saying?
But Jason walked up behind me and Amy. And, I always, and I'm being honest, unless I'm in the tow truck. I always have protection somewhere.
Right.
And he walked up behind me and Amy, and I'll never forget it. Me and Jason had our differences for a couple of years.
I didn't think y'all talked.
We didn't. And he
Okay.
walked up behind me, gave me a hug, had on a big overcoat, and he stood behind me and Amy. He said, "There's one thing you don't have to do today."
Because it was warm.
Yeah. He said,
he had to cover his stuff.
he said, "You don't have to look back." He said,
That's
"I got
all
you."
right. That's all right.
Yeah. And he died. He died 3 years
Yep.
ago. Sure did. But he stood behind me and Amy.
He died?
Yeah, he stood
Yeah.
behind me and Amy.
Poor
So
little
he said,
accident.
if anybody shoots, they'll have to get you from the front because I got your back. And he was standing there with guns in each pocket. I mean, literally, this is at the funeral. And I'm like, and so we rebonded and we, and I'm so thankful, Juicy,
That's a
because
blessing.
he showed up in my worst time, my lowest time I needed somebody. And we rebonded,
I'm
we
glad.
refilled.
I'm glad somebody
Yeah, we
was
started
there.
hunting together again, fishing together again. And
Okay.
he's working his farm.
At a duck.
No, he was at the deer
Compound.
farm.
Oh, he was at
duck
the
one, he was
deer?
at the deer farm. And
Oh, I
they
thought he was
were
at the
working the
duck
farm, him and all the boys. And he was riding a four-wheeler and he come out on the road. And when he did, his tire caught and threw him and he hit his head and it killed him. And we're older, but it was something so simple. He wasn't doing
certain
anything
things
wrong.
I
He
could
was just
take back
driving.
then, I can't take now.
Yeah, I mean, it was, but Jason, and see, I was looking for Bobby and didn't see him, but then, God,
Jason showed up.
God sent Jason. And me and Jason rekindled and reconnected. And so as I get older, I'm really trying
Stop it.
I'm really trying to reconnect
She
with the
wants to
people that
talk.
I had problems with. Like people that, like even Bobby, I'm trying to reconnect because time is
That's
short.
where I'm at now. After everything that I went through, I'm sowing better. Okay, Lord, good seeds. I say better. I'm one day at a time. One day at a time. I'm getting there. I'm juicing. He knows me. He made me, and it's gonna be okay. I think he's proud of my progress thus far because I don't do the same things I used to do. And the drinking has been the hardest because I left the bourbon a long time ago. Then I went to tequila. Ugh. Then I want my Moscato. I
You
want
what?
me a drink Moscato, a drink of
Oh,
wine.
Moscato. Was it white tequila?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't like the yellow tequila back in the day.
It was brown at first, but
Oh, yeah,
I
I had to
stayed
go
locked
with the white.
up. So
It made you mean. The
the
mezcal made you
brown, I
mean.
just switched to the white. I said, we gotta do something. I ain't never messed with no gin. Like alcohol. It's like rubbing alcohol to me. But
Who was it back in the day that got so mean on GNA? I'm trying to remember.
it was
I don't
all
know.
me. They
You
know
don't
me.
know?
They knew my name. They
Oh,
knew
no, the one sitting
everything.
beside you.
Was it you?
Oh my gosh.
Jen made you sin,
Oh,
girl.
Yes, it did. Yes,
I'm
it
trying to
did.
tell you, I was big son.
One
with that
time, and
gin.
it was all Ronnie's fault, to be honest.
That's when you almost knocked me out.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to hit somebody when I had gin. It's just, about that fourth shot, it's on.
Oh,
I mean, what? You say something?
yeah.
it's
Well,
That's tough.
we got tied up. I would honestly sit here and talk to you all day. Before
I
we leave-
enjoy it.
Oh, I mean, we so much more catching up to do. But before we leave,
Oh, we gotta go. It's been what?
It's been an hour and a half.
Shut
We're gonna make
up.
this 2 episodes, I believe, ain't we, Randy? I mean, I think this is a 2-episode podcast. We're really up there
It
now.
feels good to reminisce, and I'm looking forward to the future.
We're gonna do some questions.
What we got?
They're asking, were you really in love with Bobby, or was it just for the show? And you still love Bobby today?
That's good. That's 3 questions. You don't get but one.
3 in 1. Here we
Bobby's
go.
my baby. I did extra for the show, but I did. I was always crazy about him, and I do love him to death today. And I hope his wife hear that. And
I don't think you have a lot of problems if that causes any conflicts because you could disappear her under an armpit. I mean, she's not a big one. She's a little
I
bit.
just said I'm trying to do better.
I'm just saying though, she's a little one. She ain't a big one. She's a
Yeah, I
little.
been
She's
stomp her like a bird. Yeah.
little.
But she always she tells me every year happy birthday.
That is
every
awesome.
That
year.
is sweet.
She'll text me. I don't know why, but she does it.
Well, that's
Every
sweet.
everybody remember the 29th.
That is sweet. right
What's
there.
the other one?
And then this one's for Ronnie, who did the fire to the shed on the last episode of Blizzard.
Oh Lord.
That was in Brothers. That was in Brothers. That was the last show too. We quit after that.
Yep.
We all stopped filming after that. Bobby had left. Wow.
That was a fire.
The
I
was
wasn't
the
there.
last episode. I don't think you were.
I
there for that.
remember remember I was on that motorcycle with Crazy Dave. Lord have
Oh
mercy.
gosh.
Anything with Crazy Dave.
It's crazy. Nah, it was crazy as hell when people thought we were sleeping together in the field.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I was real mad. I said, hell no. Like, you was really with Crazy Dave? No, I won't. I ain't have enough drinking drugs and all that.
You have enough of that.
Mm-mm.
What else you got?
Do you still keep in touch with Crazy Dave?
Who? Juicy?
Juicy.
Every now and then.
Do you really?
Yeah. Every now and then when we, if I think about his wife is sweet. That's my baby. Yeah, Crazy Dave's all right
She's
with me.
always been a nice lady.
Yeah,
She
and,
really has.
and if I see him, he always got to tell me something about mental. That joke he does. Every now and then we come across each
We
other.
haven't seen Dave,
It's been a minute
Johnny,
though.
or Bobby since. Well, we saw Dave for a little while after the show, not long, but since the show, I don't think we've had any dealings with any of them at all.
Every now and then. I ain't talked to him. I think last was my brain surgery. It's been a minute.
Other than that, people were just happy to see Big Juicy.
Oh, everybody loves Big
Hey
Juicy.
y'all.
So, as we head on out of here, my two questions are: one, if you could tell all the viewers anything, and I mean anything, don't have to be show related, don't have to be juice related, anything. What would you want to say to leave your last juicy impressions for today on the people watching?
Bobby! No.
I don't know that you could have had a better answer. I literally do not know
I love it.
that you could have had a better
Bobby,
answer for
Bobby.
that question.
That was the impression that I always gave people to holler his name. That's
that brought back.
And they always want to hear you do it too.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Call Bobby. That's it.
Everybody.
That's it.
And when we start shooting Lick Life, you want to come back in?
Of course.
Oh, there you go. Hey, look.
Throw me in that pot of soup.
Look.
It's gonna get good.
Ain't no telling who's
It's
coming
gonna get
back.
juicy.
It's going to get juicy.
It's gonna be juicy.
No
Yeah.
telling who's coming back. I was actually talking about old Earl today.
Oh, Earl.
Oh, where is
Oh,
Earl?
I love Squirrely Earl.
Yeah, he's still
Remember
him and his
Earl
brothers.
and what was the food that he made for me, the picnic? Oh my God.
Oh,
what
he
was
made
it?
all the stuff you couldn't eat.
Yes,
Yeah.
the nasty stuff.
I
Oh my
can't remember what
God.
it was.
And I kissed him
Everything
on the
Juicy
cheek.
couldn't eat, and everything she couldn't drink.
It was
Earl's-
horrible. Horrible. And then he took it, Crazy Dave told the banker, who the hell listened to Crazy Dave?
Nobody.
I-
Nobody would insist.
Listen.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
who
was
would-
funny.
Yeah, I don't.
I hope I would love to see him.
Yeah,
I
him and
remember
his-
us going to Jersey.
Him and his brothers are still. Him and his brother are still. I think. I don't know.
I think
if
he's
it's,
got kids now.
He does, but it's either the NWA or some other. They're the
Oh,
tag team
really?
champions still. He's
Yeah,
still
they
big into
wrestling.
wrestling. He made an appearance on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he made an appearance on WWE with
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
Oh, my mama loves Earl. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
he went with me to Fayetteville when y'all.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
all love
first time
Swirly
y'all
Earl,
sent
man.
me.
Everybody loves Swirly Earl.
You didn't go when you sent me to the Civic Center with Amy and Bobby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My first time. I had such a good time. I would love to come back. Just love yourself, be true to yourself, and just know that Juice ain't going nowhere as long as they have me.
So look, y'all, if you want to talk to Juicy, book Juicy, are you still on social media?
Yeah, I
You a
hadn't
little
been
bit?
on there that much, but I'm getting back on there this week. So
So
come on.
we'll put a tag on here.
Yeah.
We'll find out how you can reach Juicy if you want to book her for something, if you want to talk to her. Of course, with the new Lick Life, we plan on having her on. I'm hoping Earl comes back, and we'll have to have long discussions about Bobby, Johnny, and Dave. But
Yeah.
we got some great new people at the Lick now. Robbie came back, Peanut, and or
Robbie?
Pecan. Yeah, Robbie's back. Pecan's back. We call him Ducky now.
What the redhead?
Oh, that was Hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah, he didn't come back.
Okay.
Yeah, Hunter.
He's got his own business now.
He's doing
Oh.
landscape.
Got married, I
Everybody
believe.
grew up, man.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Well,
We got old and they grew up.
That's right.
Oh, you
So,
say you got old. I ain't saying we nothing. I'm still juice.
That's right.
But yeah.
But thank y'all for tuning in. Next week we'll have another podcast. We'll announce the guest. I think I got me and Amy really have another great surprise guest that y'all gonna be really excited
oh,
to
I
see.
can't wait.
Follow us on our social media. Keep up with Lick Life. And look, if there's anything that we can ever do for you, please reach out, because we are all about our faith, our beliefs, and trying to help people. And that's not just us. That's Juicy. That's why we
right.
did the show. And, you know, speaking engagements, anytime we can help with organizations, if we have the ability to, we'd love to. So thank y'all for tuning in to Drop That Boom. And
Just remember, you just got licked.
famous
Ah!
Elizabeth, you just got licked.
Just got lit.